Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your year ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I just want to say at this start of a brand new year 2021, a massive, huge, heartfelt thank you from me, from my heart literally to yours, just to say a huge thank you for everything that you guys have helped me build, everything that Reydiant Reality has become. Reydiant Reality has had an amazing, phenomenal year, and I really believe that is down to all of you guys who have made it possible. Coupled with my hard work and your love and support, there has literally been it's been like the sky has been the limit. And I know that sounds really cheesy and corny, but it really is true. And I just wanted to put this at the beginning of all videos just to let everybody know that I'm truly, truly grateful, and I feel so much love and gratitude from every single one of you for the love, the support, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, those of you amazing people who, my inner sanctum, the members. It's been really, really an amazing year, and it's been an honor as well to be of service to everybody as best I possibly can. There is so much more to come. As I'm sure you can imagine, there's always something cooking in the cauldron with Rafi, and if you've been with me long enough, you know that that is the case. So I just wanted to say that a massive thank you so much for all of your love, all of your support, all of what you have helped create Reydiant Reality, or what you've helped to make Reydiant Reality into. I started this, this channel, and you guys make it. That's the kind of, the way that I see it. And I truly, totally believe that that is true. So with all of that said, as always, I wish you an abundance of all that love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for the new year ahead. Make 2021 your best year yet. Regardless of what happens, there are always ways to strive, there are always ways to thrive, and there are always ways to succeed. All you need to do is ask the universe, and they will be available to you. With that said, let's get into your 2021 taroscope. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Cancer, welcome to your 2021 overview for your tarot spread with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. Let's get into it. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your sectors, we have actions that you should pursue, money and materials, career and business. We have love and relations, and we have your warning card, what you should look for or steer clear of. For your actions that you should pursue, you have the Hierophant. This is about making something official. This is the year for you to go for it. Whether this is getting your license to become a practitioner of some sort, whether this is finally going back to school, whether this is going to get some sort of qualification, if this is going to get an education in general. That's one way that you could look at this. Another way that you could look at this card as well as an action to pursue. This is about not even finding the energy. This is about dedicating yourself to the process of initiation, being welcomed onto a committee of some sort. This is about putting yourself in a space where you are considered one of the powers that be. Remember, the Hierophant card is always about like the governments, local authorities, all of those kinds of things. This could see you aligning with one of them. It could see you looking to get your foot in the door when it comes to those spaces where things actually change, where things can really start to be, moved along. Like, as an example, there's not that many for tarot and astrology actually, but joining a board or a committee or a group of some sort that is for the further or the betterment of of the world, or people learning in a certain space. This is a year for you to get qualified. It's a year for you to get really to initiate yourself in some way, shape or form. This could be on a spiritual level, it could be on a practical level, on a work level, on an academic level. This would be the year where you are to not even muscle your way in, but this is a year for you to earn your stripes and get that title. Whatever that title is, whatever it relates to, is going to be different for everybody, right? But this is the year for you to go for it. For your money and materials, you have the Sun card. Of course we do. I absolutely love this, right? So when it comes to finances and money, this could be an amazing year for us. I say us because this is my moon sign. Now, when you've got the Sun card for a card of money, this means that finding money, coming into money, gathering or gaining money or resources is going to be easier this year than it has been. Now, when I say easy, that doesn't mean it's just going to start falling in your lap. It means, as me and Heather talked about in one of the talks that we did recently, it means utilizing the opportunities or the energy that comes in. The Sun card is blessings, it's light, it's heat, it sheds a spotlight on things. It enhances everything that it touches, right? And it diminishes your challenges. So if you've had money blocks, if you've had challenges to your finances in 2020, 2021 promises to be a much better, a much brighter year when it comes to finances. But remember, we're in a 5-year. 2021 is a 5-year. This requires action. It requires movement. It requires you to do something with the energy in order to reap the rewards from it. And the number 5 is all about change. It's all about things that are different outside of what you already know. When it comes to your health and vitality, this could be a much better year for you. A year, quite frankly, where you really are just enjoying life, but also enjoying your body as well. Take that to mean whatever you want it to mean. For your home and environment, same story, same energy. This is where you are just really enjoying the home space, the hearth, the home, this will definitely be a year where we'll be able to have more people over. This will be a year where maybe you are traveling more as well. Maybe there's something to do with the home that takes you further afield. Maybe you're having people that are from further afield in your home. But there's definitely a shake-up in this energy, and there's definitely a lot of blessings coming in for your money, materials, and also for your health and vitality, which is great. For the career and business, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So if you haven't seen it, check that out. Me and Heather did a talk on the Wheel of Fortune not too long ago, and it's about, we're doing a project where we're looking at the links between the zodiac and the major arcana. And we talked about the Wheel of Fortune, right? If you want those blessings, if you want those big results, you have to do something with the energy. You have to put the work in. It's not just about it falling in your lap. The Wheel of Fortune basically says there are going to be a plethora of opportunities, and there's going to be a whole lot of luck for you this year. You've got this card right next to the Sun card, right? So let's break this down. For those of you that are solopreneurs, business owners, entrepreneurs, this is amazing because it means that some of the opportunities that are coming are people that are movers and shakers, but also possibly people that come from overseas, people that are from very different backgrounds or industries to you. There could be a lot of crossover. There could be a lot of really amazing opportunities this year. And it looks like you've got the health and vitality to go after pretty much all of them. The only thing is, remember with the Wheel of Fortune, because it has that Jupiterian aspect, you maybe don't want to hype something up too much, right? Just only promise what you know you're going to be able to deliver. For those of you that work for a company or somebody else, or you're employed by a company, it basically says that this is going to be a year of opportunities to get ahead. This could be a year of opportunities for you to study within your job, or maybe your boss says, look, you know what, your role is changing, and so therefore we need you to have this, this, and this. The opportunities there to study, the opportunities there to travel, maybe. This could be a great year for Cancers when it comes to the work, when it comes to the career. It absolutely can. There are plenty of opportunities for growth here, but it requires you to do the work. You've got to show up. This isn't just about things falling into your lap. For your love and relations, you have the Temperance card. I love this because it means that you are aligning yourself to the energy of what it is that you truly believe about love and relationships. For some of you, this could be you healing your love sector. This could be a year where you're healing your heart, where you're healing your emotional outlook, and so therefore welcoming the energy of a new partner. So for those of you that are single, this is about you doing the right inner work in order to manifest a partner into your life. This is you doing the right work on yourself on a deep internal level, finding what needs to be moved, what needs to be changed, what needs to be balanced, what needs to be added to the mix in order for you to thrive when it comes to your love life, which I absolutely love. This is going to be a year where you're healing that part of you that has stopped you having the relationship or the love in your life that you wanted. That's brilliant. For those of you that are already partnered or in relationships, this is about you and your partner really figuring out what it is that you guys want to create together, and more importantly, how it is that you can support each other even more. You know, this is going to be a great year for you in general, and one of the beautiful things about Cancerian people is that they tend to, when they do well, their partner and their family does well, right? Whatever blessings a Cancerian person has, they will share with the people that they love most. So whatever's happening for you that's great is only going to enhance your, you know, your connection with your significant other. So whether you're married, partnership, long-term relationship, there's something this year where you're putting back into the relationship what you believe it has paid out to you. You know, that could be more love, it could be more support, it could be more care, it could be more money, a better place to live. You know, there's just so many blessings here, and I kind of feel like what you're putting back into the relationship is exactly what you've got out of it. There's a grand balancing here, you know, and on another level as well, for those of you that have had challenges in your relationships, this year could see you mending those rifts. This could be the year where you and your partner just finally make it click, and you say, you know what, we got through all of this, we're in it, right? We've come this far, then it means that we're invested. Let's see it through till the wheels fall off. Love, love, love. For your warning card, what you need to be aware of, you have the Emperor card, right? So, couple of things here. The first one, this is not a year to do anything, not that you would, but this is not a year to cut corners or to take risks. And when I say take risks, anything that would see you outside of the law, anything that would see you doing something that is maybe morally grey, anything that would see you stepping unnecessarily on somebody's toes, or even you know, like, don't get me wrong, there's so many opportunities here this year, but if one of your business moves or work moves is going to step on somebody's toes or deliberately hurt another person, the karma could be swift and the retribution could be really, really solid. You've got the Hierophant card here, and you've also got the Emperor just in this spread, and that tells me this year there could be some legal repercussions for things that you do. So just be very, very cautious if you're cutting corners, if you're, you know, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner and you make something, do it right. Even if it's going to cost you extra, do it right. If there's something that you want to do to expand your business and you think, I could cut this corner, don't do it this year, because I'm telling you now, with the Emperor card, it will bite you in the butt, and the chances are it could end up going to court. You just want to be above board in all your dealings this year, and providing that you are, which, you know, I'm pretty sure you will be, my lunar brothers and sisters, you know, I'm pretty sure that you will be, but just stay in that energy of integrity this year, because if you don't, it will bite you in the butt, and it will bite you in the butt swift. All right, so that is your overview. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a great one, and I will see you for your 12 months ahead. Take care. I'll see you in a moment. 2021 Taroscope through the months with me, Raphael. Before we start, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's get into it. 2021, can you believe it? So for your first card for the year, Remember, this one kind of sets the tone, or it gives you a, you know, almost like a flavor of the year. And this year you get the Chariot card, right? Which is this, which actually represents the sign of Cancer. So this year you are starting the year in so much more of an easier fashion, in a way that you can truly be true to yourself. This is going to be a great year for you, because this is about you being your true, authentic self. As soon as you step into 2021, you have the Chariot card, which means that you're already feeling triumphant and victorious. But this could also be you coming from a place of, you know what, no matter what the year presents me, I am choosing to win. No matter what comes at me, that come at me, bro. You know, no matter what comes at you this year, this is about you choosing to put yourself first and say, look, you know what, all I can be in any situation is myself. All I can do or offer in any situation is myself. This could also see you looking to complete something this year. So something that you, maybe some form of study, maybe some sort of qualification that you wanted to gain, maybe, you know, a business that you wanted to start, like anything that you said to yourself, I'm going to finish this. You come into 2021 with that mindset of, right, I'm going to complete this and I'm going to do it. I'm going to pass. I'm going to win. And this comes up with the 8 of Cups. So for some of you, this could literally be the ending of a relationship or some sort of connection that is no good for you. This could be you walking away from something that you maybe kind of figure, you know what, this has seen its time in my life. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to do something else, because it's the 8 of Cups. This is about you letting something in your personal past go. This is about you transcending something in your past and being able to really kind of rise above it. So here in January, you come into the year not only like feeling yourself, but really in your own power, in your own strength. And this is going to give you, what's the word? It's going to see you really focused this year on completing things, completing tasks, but it's also going to see you letting go of any of that internal baggage that you have, maybe some of the external baggage that you might have. But either which way, January is going to be a powerful month where you're saying to yourself, you know what, all I can do, all I can work with, all I can work on is myself. So you know what, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to put my time, my energy and my focus into. And also remember your Chariot card, winning or success or victory of some sort. But with the 8 of Cups, this is about you addressing some kind of an emotional challenge that you might have had, or some kind of emotional issue that you might have been dealing with. For your February 2021, we have the Devil card, right? So I have said this to all of the signs. I'm going to say it to you as well. There's a couple of things. First of all, 2021 is a 5-year. It's sex, drugs, rock and roll. It is the sensual world. It is partying to excess. It is 2021 is going to have a very hedonistic energy behind it as well. The number 5 wants pleasure, you know, for its own sake sometimes. And so if you have any vices, if there is anything that you know kind of has a potential to run away with itself within you or within your mind, this would be a year for you to, you know, it's not curb it. Don't do that, because if you try to bottle it up this year, it will be like putting Mentos in a bottle of Coke, you know. Don't do it. But yeah, this is a year to know what your vices are, to know what your triggers are. Maybe that's what this is here in January. This is you really getting a handle on that stuff so that it doesn't, do you know what I mean, sway you or challenge you at a later date. And it's interesting then that a challenge around something like that would come up in February, right? Because it's kind of like sometimes that's the way that it works, right? You declare that you're going to do something, or you're going to release something or stop doing something, and then the universe is like, let's see. And it gives you a little push or a little prod. So fun, vibrancy, travel, movement. 2021, we're going to see a lot more of these things, a lot more enjoyment, technical advancements. We're going to see a lot of that kind of thing. Advancements in healthcare and all of that sort of stuff, we're definitely going to see. Advancements in technology, we're definitely going to see. The other thing is as well, if you haven't seen it, please check out the Life Path 2021 readings that I did. They will give you another layer of meaning or information to you, you know, for this year ahead for you. And a lot of the stuff that came up then seems to be coming up now. February is going to be a bit of a challenge. If you don't know what your life path number is as well, there's a video in there that will in the playlist that will show you how to calculate it. The Devil card kind of comes up and says, what are your addictions? What are your vices? What are your patterns and cycles? Where is it that your own personal brand of toxicity might be showing its face? And that's for all of us. I have the moon in Cancer in my chart, so I'm paying attention to this because February is actually my sun sign birthday. So I'm going to look at this and say, right, okay, what is it about me or my emotional world that may need to change? What am I holding on to too rigidly? Or what is it that is what has become such an ingrained pattern that I am, maybe unaware of it or unconscious of it? And that's coupled with the Four of Cups. So the past is going to come knocking in February. All right, that's something that you really need to be aware of. When I say that, because you've got the Four of Cups, so sometimes this can bring something in that you weren't expecting. I find this really, really interesting. Just the way that it's like, January will come into the year like, I'm strong, I know who I am, I know what I want, I know where I'm going, I'm letting go of all my baggage. And then February is like, oh, hey. Which is going to really it will see you looking at your emotional outlook, and it'll also see you kind of asking yourself, right, when you really want something or you're not getting what you want and you kind of pout about it and and then it shows up anyway and you're like, oh. This could be a time where learning to have or foster patience within yourself and for yourself as well could be a really, really powerful use of your time. But it also suggests to me as well that the past will come knocking in some respect. This could be an old pattern, an old habit. It could be something as well that you were tied to, or someone that you were tied to some time ago that comes knocking. And for a select few of you, this might be like literally come, like actually knock in. For some of you, this will just be like maybe an emotional state or an outlook that comes back into your world, but it's going to see you really understanding what that pattern is so that you can finally release it. February as well is going to be the first of the air sign Mercury retrogrades. Those will be in February, June and October this year, because they're all going to be in air signs. For your March 2021, you have the Justice card, right? So this is commitments. It could be that you are signing on the dotted line for something. It could be that you're moving ahead with a plan of some sort. Now, because of February, obviously, whatever work you're doing in February, don't let that spill over. Let it be contained to that month. So whatever you have to deal with in February, make sure that it's dealt with then and there. All right. To couple that, wow, we've got the Magician card on the Justice card. This is phenomenal. Career-wise, you could be seeing some really amazing developments or advancements. This could be a time where you are getting, so if you're a business owner or you work for yourself or you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, March could be where you are aligning with, maybe you're getting a big contract, maybe you are aligning with a big professional body of some sort, or maybe you're getting some sort of sponsorship or endorsement, which is great. For those of you that are employed, again, this could be a big contract, or it could be that your company gets a big project come in and they want you to be a part of it, or maybe for a select few of you, maybe they even want you to head this project, which is amazing. March could be a power month for you. It really could. There's a lot of recognition here. You've got a lot of power. Whatever you are signing, whatever, especially if there's a document or the contract on the table, March kind of says that you are in the power position here. So make sure that you understand that, and anything that does come up for you in the month of March, use that to your advantage. Use it to the best of your ability. All right. For April 2020, you have the Hierophant card, or actually the Faith card in this deck. And it's really beautiful because, when they say, like, if you've got faith, you can do pretty much anything. I would sort of take that a bit further and say it's not so much about faith, it's more about belief. you know, with belief in yourself and your abilities and your skills, you can do anything. So look at this, you're signing the contract here in March, but then in April, this is going to see you aligning with a governing body, a government body, you know, somebody that is, what's the word, you know, a mover and a shaker, let's say, you know, somebody that really, somebody or something, i.e. a bigger sort of corporation even, that has the power to really make some big decisions. And this is coupled with the Ten of Swords. So here's the thing, on the wider world stage, April, we're going to see a corporation fall. Whether this is a corporation or it's a person in government, we could be seeing the fall of a powerful person. April's going to see that on the wider world stage. I think this is where we're going to see someone or some, you know, entity that is quite prominent is going to fold. If you don't know what I mean by that, I would say, for those of you that know this, in I think it was 2019, or was it the beginning of 2020? Thomas Cook, the holiday provider, went under, and it was a massive shock to a lot of people. A lot of people lost jobs. It was just a really crazy moment. I mean, for those of us in the UK, I remember seeing adverts from them from the time of when I was like 4 years old. So to suddenly see this absolute giant who literally meant like everybody's holidays, we were like gobsmacked, really, really surprised. I think April 2021, we could be seeing something of that nature. If you are in that industry or there's something around that, maybe this would be a time for you to get, you know, certainly at the beginning of the year, let's say, maybe put some sort of contingency plan together for yourself. On a personal level, you've got the Ten of Swords there as well, which is a big completion or a culmination or an ending. And this is on top of that Hierophant card. There's something here where all illusions are dropping for you. So you're going to be seeing the clarity of a situation or a person, or, I mean, I wouldn't say that this is probably going to be like a personal relationship, actually. I would say this will be, you know, something bigger than that. So maybe it's something that's happening in your locality, but it will definitely be something that makes you think or consider. Sorry, I got that itchy nose thing again. It's driving me mad. For May 2021, you have the Lovers card, all right? So this is where relationships, love, connections come up. And because it is it's in May, which is really nice. So for those of you that are single, this could be you meeting somebody. This could be you connecting with someone. It could see as well, you really starting to understand what it is that you actually want and need from a relationship. And more importantly, what you are actually willing and able to give in a relationship. For those of you that are married, partnered, long-term commitment, May could be a really great month for you guys. And look at this, it's coupled with the Ace of Pentacles. So for those of you that are single, May, you are definitely meeting somebody new, right? This is where you are meeting somebody that is very likely to be grounded and practical. Somebody that is like salt of the earth, you know, someone that you can really talk to and connect with. Somebody that is just, you know, like when you meet someone and you think, yeah, they're a little bit of me, right? May could be that time for you. This could be somebody that really excites your bones, but on a really physical, practical level, as well as everything else. Now, it's 2021, so this is a year, right, for all of that. So just something for you to consider. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships already, this is great because it suggests that something that you and your partner are doing or working on in May, something that you're beginning around this time, has the potential to really grow. It has the potential to really make money, to really bring money or finances in for the pair of you. For a select few of you as well, Ace of Pentacles, right? That's literally a birth or a pregnancy. So really, you know, May's a good month for it. For June even, you have the Emperor. So this is where June is going to see something happening with your, I mean, it could be for a lot of you, this could be something to do with the boss. It could also be where you are stepping into a position of prominence. I mean, for a lot of you, I think that's going to be March as well. But June could also see some sort of career advancement. It could also see you deciding to study something, or to gain some sort of new qualification, or maybe even like a new technical skill of some sort, something that you can use on a day-to-day level, but something that you're going to have to dedicate your time to, something that you will have to put a level of sort of, not maturity, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not commitment, but a level of dedication to. That's the word that I was looking for. So if you are celebrating here at the end of June, if you're celebrating here at the end of June, a happy damn birthday to you. Remember to fill the day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want to have in that year ahead, right? On top of that, you have the moon card. So yeah, when it comes to the work, when it comes to the career, this could be a time. So this, I would say, apart from February and maybe April, June is going to be where your first real challenge of the year shows up. Okay, so June is going to be a moment where you're really going to, whatever it is that you're studying or gaining, whatever it is that you're working on or working towards, it's going to test you. It's going to bring up a lot of like, maybe not past, well, yeah, maybe it's going to bring up a lot of past issues. Maybe for some of you, this is an issue or a challenge that you're having with a boss. Maybe this is an issue or a challenge that you're having with something that you're trying to learn or bring into your business, or something that you're trying to learn for your job. It just suggests that whatever it is that you're doing, the challenge that comes up is going to be a challenge that comes from within. It's not I mean, it might be for some of you an external challenge. Like I said, you might be having a challenge or an issue with a boss or a father figure, maybe for some of you. Or for those of you that have mums that are, let's say, a little bit, masculine in their approach to everything. June could be a time where you're having a bit of a clash with them. So that's something that you might want to consider as well. But I get this feeling that it's like whatever you're studying, you're going to have a moment with it where you think, crap, you know what, maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am, or maybe I'm not, maybe I shouldn't be studying this, or whatever. There will be a moment of self-doubt. And remember what I said to you, right? That energy that you come into the year with, the place that you are going to need to demonstrate that grit, that self-knowledge, determination, that self-confidence more than any other month, certainly so far anyway, is going to be June, all right? So you really want to think about that. For July, again, happy damn birthday to you. Look at this, we get the High Priestess. If you are celebrating this month, remember again to fill the day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want this whole year to house in it for you. Go and see friends, buy yourself something nice, pamper yourself, travel, go and see something new, read a book, do things that are new and novel that you want to welcome into your life over the time of your, the day of your solar return. Now, the other thing is, right, so we've got this High Priestess here for July. Whatever's taking place in June, you will get some sort of clarity or understanding or wisdom on here in July. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess. Intuition is going to be on fire. It's going to be on point. This is going to be a time where paying attention to your dreams, your personal inner knowledge and knowing. Why do I say that? You've got the Moon card right next to the High Priestess. That's powerful dreams. It's powerful extrasensory perception and knowing. It's knowing things that you couldn't possibly, that nobody's told you. It's that kind of thing. So your intuition is definitely spiking around this time. And to couple that, we've got the Emperor card. Wow. So look at that double hit of that Emperor card, and they're right next to each other. What that kind of says to me is, whatever it is that you are facing as a challenge in the month of June, it will probably have a little echo taking place in the time of July. And this will be where it's revealed. So something is obscured around the work, around the boss, maybe around a partner or a father figure, or like I said, a masculine mother if you have one. You know, my mum was quite like that. Like, you know, she was always out like playing, you know, football with me and my friends. Like, or, you know, she wasn't afraid to have like a game of tennis with us. She was also quite, you know, like if she had a problem with you, trust me, you would know it. So yeah, interesting. But sorry, I digress. Yeah, July could see you having a problem with all of those. June and July could see you having issues with that kind of person, but especially with boss figures and whatnot. June and July is also going to be a time where we're going to see something happening around or with the healthcare system, wherever you are in the world. So this could be, you know, developments of new drugs, new vaccines, maybe. It could also see, but look at this, right? Because you've got the Moon card and you've got the High Priestess. So the Moon card suggests that something is being presented, but we're not getting the full truth. Interesting, because that's a month of a Mercury retrograde. And then here in July, whatever it is that we've been told is going to be revealed. So something that we maybe weren't privy to or didn't have knowledge on is revealed to us in July. So this is going to be really, really an interesting time, I reckon. For August, you have the Strength card, right? So powerful month. This is going to be a month, I think, where you're getting very, very clear on who you are, where it is that you're going from here. And now that you have this new knowledge or information or insight, I think this is where you're going to start to put it into action. This is where you're going to start to say to yourself, right, okay, you know what? Now that I'm aware of all of this, I can make a decision based on what it is that is good for me and how I want to pursue or proceed from here on in. On top of that, we have the Chariot card, all right? So lots of doubled ups this year. I mean, and it's interesting because all of the signs had quite a few double ups, to be honest. So we've got a double hit of the Chariot card. You've got a double hit of the Emperor card. So this Chariot card comes on top of the Strength card. This could be a time where your relationships and your connections to partners, family, children are really brought to the fore. This could be a time where you're feeling very supported and where you are offering a lot of support as well. You very likely to be traveling in August, and if you are traveling in August, it's likely to be places like Morocco, the south of Spain, Portugal. It could, I mean, for some of you, it could be, you know, maybe even around or in the Middle East. For a lot of you, this is going to be places like Italy. Where else can I think of as well? Possibly maybe some parts of Greece, which come up as well. But yeah, travel, August is definitely a month of travel. So, you know, that's on a practical level, on an internal level. This is about you really figuring out whatever you set into motion in January. August is going to see you reaping that full reward and saying, wow, you know what, look how far I've come. Look how far my journey has taken me. September, we have the Moon card, so we've got a double up again, right? So September seems to be a bit of a murky month this year. There's a few things that have come up for September that have made me kind of like, okay. You know, across the signs. That's how I tend to look at these with the yearlies. It's really interesting because obviously I do them all, so I get to see them all. There's not many people out there that will watch all 12 of the yearly videos, but when you look at them as a whole, it's really interesting because you start to spot trends and themes that seem to be flowing through, so you can see certain months. That's what I noticed when I did the Life Path 2021 videos. Some of the trends and themes that came through there, I was really, really surprised at. Very interesting. All right, so this Moon card in September. September could be a bit of a murky month. This could see you being very reflective. It could see you not necessarily confused, but maybe unsure about something. And there's the reason why, because you've got the Seven of Swords, right? So what is this? As all of you know by now, if you've been with me long enough, this is Raf's least favourite card in the deck because it represents lies and deceit. September is a month where something is being deliberately kept or hidden from you, or maybe from us as a collective, because, you know, remember I said September seems to be a bit of a murky month. September could be a time where we are, you know, where somebody tries to hoodwink you, or somebody tries to pull the wool over your eyes, or maybe not necessarily and maybe not even, you know, intentionally. Sometimes that's the worst thing about the Seven of Swords. It just represents lies and deceit. And with the Moon card here, it kind of suggests that whatever is there, it's not only hidden, but it's something that could be, you know, presented as one thing, but it isn't quite that. The other part of this as well, I mean, this could see you being, you know, in a bit of a dip, like emotionally, mentally. This could be like a bit of a low period. And also, this would not be a time. If you have any vices, if you have any kind of proclivities towards, you know, certain substances or anything, September is a month to absolutely avoid. This could be a time where, you know, you go in for your usual trip and you just don't come out the same. I've heard horror stories of, you know, people, yeah. This influence is not a good one. That's a very challenging, your biggest challenge month, I think now that I've seen this, is going to be September. But the difference is, like, June is going to present you almost like from an external, whereas September it's going to be internal, and it will be in response to something that you're told. All right, so October, you have the Tree of Life. So there is reprieve. Remember, this is divine intervention and assistance. Now, one thing that I need to say about that, excuse me, sometimes divine intervention and assistance looks like something being withheld from you. And I say this because that's kind of the way that it is, right? I mean, sometimes we don't get what we want or what we think we want, and then, you know, later on we come to realize, oh wow, you know, if I had got that, I wouldn't have been able to do this, this and this. Or let's say, you know, like those really odd moments where you read the paper and they say, you know, there was a train accident, and that same morning, you know, a guy who'd never, I remember this happened here in the UK, there was a massive train accident, and there was a guy who'd never missed the train in 5 years, in all the time that he'd been going. He never had a day off of work, and he worked something, I think it was like Monday to Friday, and he'd never missed it. And on the day that he'd missed the train, he said that, like, some really obscure thing happened at home, and he was like, oh, you know, I can't get to work, I've broken my thing. Lo and behold, train accident. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes divine intervention and assistance looks different. Like, when you hear that, a lot of people think like, oh, money's going to rain from the sky, or, you know, I'm going to be, you know, promoted to CEO. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it is literally just you being held back from what isn't meant for you at this moment in time. And you've got this with the Queen of Pentacles, right? So she's come up twice for this period of the year, so I'm interested now as well. This, I think, is going to be something to do with the financial or the monetary system. For you on a personal level, Cancer, October looks like a great month financially. This could be where you are revising your budget, or maybe you realize that you have more money than you thought. Or it could be a time where you are, when you're doing your sums and your maths, you could realize, like, wow, actually financially I'm a lot further ahead than I thought I was, which could be great. There could be also an opportunity that comes through an earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. This could be somebody that is somebody that just seems to show up at the right moment with all of the right knowledge, with all of the right skills, and just seems to, you know, almost like a guardian angel energy, but like on a physical level. So this could be somebody that really helps you get ahead when it comes to your finances, or certainly shows you how to use your money to its best effect, which is great. So, you know, all eyes on that. I think October and November, just with what's come up previously, we're going to see something happening with the financial system anyway. For November, you have the Temperance card, right? So this is where you are finding the right balance and blend of everything. It also suggests as well there's going to be something happening again with the healthcare system. Excuse me. And this comes up with the 8 of Wands, right? So this is knowledge and information that comes in from a distance. For some of you, this could be communication with somebody that lives literally overseas. For some of you, this could be communication and knowledge that comes in from someone that lives abroad to you. What it also tells me as well is that so whatever information is coming in November, this will be information that is likely to be maybe not necessarily shocking, but it will be information that can actually be used. You know, sometimes, when you hear stuff on the news or the TV and you're like, okay, well, okay, why are you telling us that? It's just not relevant. I think whatever comes up in November will be relevant for everybody across the board, and it will have something to do with travel, something to do with the travel industry, very likely to be something that has to do with the medical industry as well. Interestingly enough as well, for some of you, I feel like November is going to be the month where you are traveling. I don't see a lot of travel here for you guys at all, to be honest with you. I think the months that you are likely to travel will be August and November, based on what's come up here. And then for December, you have the Fool card. New things, new places, new people, new energy. Love it. And this is interesting because the Fool card has been quite active for December as well. So I'll be interested to see what's happening on that wider world stage. And this comes up with the Justice card. Okay, so one way that this could play out on the wider world stage is we could see somebody being, someone, whether this is the actual person or whether they're a scapegoat or not. This could be somebody is taking the blame for something that's happened in the world or something that's been imposed. This could be where we see some sort of justice, that's a very loaded word as well, isn't it? Which is being met out by, the PTB, so to speak. This could see new legislation as well coming into effect. I mean, definitely new legislation coming into effect, because you've got the Justice card, all things legal, on top of the Fool card, something new, something big. On a personal level, December could see another contract or another change for the career or for the work. And for a select few of you, December will be the time where you are choosing to move or fly the coop in some way. All right. Okay, so for your key to the year, what may help you, what might you need to know, what might you need to be aware of. These are massive, these cards. We have the Empress, right? So this could be a really beautiful and very fruitful year for us. I say us because this is my moon sign. Look at that, right? Absolutely beautiful. And what this says to me more than anything else is, even with the challenges of this year, there is an energy that overrides or pervades this year of true growth. A lot of the growth is going to happen internally. And what this kind of says to me is, if you can see this year as the year that grows you on that internal level, you could really make a lot of advancement out there in the world, right? And that's sometimes how it works. Consider this year as the year that all of the right seeds are being sown. So when you put a seed in the ground, it doesn't just shoot up straight away, does it? You have to nurture it, you have to, watch over it, you have to make sure it gets enough sunlight and all the rest of it. What are the things within you that need to be nurtured and nourished and grown now, so that you can start to see the results in the years that follow? Either which way, going to be a very interesting year. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Check in month by month, come back after every 6 months. Some people do that. It's always wonderful to read the comments to see, what was right, what was bang on, and what didn't really tally up. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.